Hello, welcome to CREATA classes. In this lecture, we will cover the question number 9, exercise 13.1, chapter statistics for class 10th student. So this is the question. Our first step, we will observe the question. In this question, the data related to the literacy rate is given for 35 cities. In the first row, we are having the literacy rate, which is in percentage. The second row, we are having number of cities. For example, 3 cities are having the literacy rate in the range from 45% to 55%, which is very low, really. On the extreme right hand side, we are having 3 cities which are having the range of the literacy rate from 85 to 95, which is really good. Understand this figure. On the extreme right, we are having good cities in which the literacy rate is very high. On the extreme left, we are having the cities where the literacy rate needs to be upgraded. So understanding the observations from the practical point is very important. It will give you idea what we are about to do in this question. Okay? In this question, we have to find the mean literacy rate. So let's take down the question. Our first step, let's convert all the rows to columns. We got our standard table. This is the range and the number of cities is the frequency. Our next step, we will find xi, that is the observation. And how we do that? We find the midpoint of the range. First row 45 to 55, the midpoint is 50. You can directly identify the midpoint, or you can use a formula, the lower range plus upper range upon 2. This will give our xi as 50. Second row, the midpoint it is 60. Third row, the midpoint it is 70. Next it is 80 and 90. So we got the value of xi. Now we are having two options. Either we can use the direct method or we can go to the assumed mean method. It depends upon the calculation. Is it tough or easy? If you observe the calculation is not so tough, we can apply the direct method, but still we will go to the assumed mean method. Okay? Note that you can use any of the method, the answer will not change. Just to show you the different method, we are going with the assumed mean method, the next method. And what we do in this, we find deviation. And how we find deviation? We find the assumed mean, which is generally the midpoint of the observation, which is xi. Here the midpoint it is 70. So we take the assumed mean, which is a as 70, and we subtract this assumed mean from all the values of the observation to get the deviation. Okay? The first row 50 minus 70, it is minus 20. Next it is 60 minus 70, which is minus 10. Similarly 0, 10 and 20. We got the value of di. Again we are having two options, either to go with the assumed mean method or the step deviation method. How we decide? We see the value of the class size, which is h. How we find the class size? Class size is upper limit minus lower limit of all the rows. Like 55 minus 45, it is 10. So we got the value of the class size, that is h, as 10. Similarly, in all the rows, the upper limit minus lower limit, it is 10. Like 65 minus 55, it is 10. 75 minus 65, it is 10. So we got h is equal to 10. Now we check whether we can divide the values of the deviation with the class size or not. If we are able to divide, then we will go with the next method, else we will not go to the next method. Let's see whether we can divide all these values of the deviation with 10. Yes, we can. We can easily divide all the values of the deviation with 10. So we will go to the next method, that is the step deviation method. Got it? So let's approach the step deviation method. What we do in the step deviation method? We find the value of ui. How we do that? We divide the value of the deviation with the class size, which is 10. So let's divide all the values of the deviation with 10. We got minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. We got very simplified value in ui like 1, 2, 0, minus 1 and minus 2. It will help us in easing the calculation. That's why we have gone with the step deviation method, so that our calculation will become easy. Let's add one more column Fi into Ui. Let's multiply frequency with Ui. 3 into minus 2, it is minus 6. 10 into minus 1, it is minus 10. Similarly 0, 8 and 6. What we have done, we have simply multiplied Fi with Ui. Further, let's add all the value of Fi and Ui to get sigma Fi into Ui, which is minus 2. Similarly, what is the addition of all the frequencies? It will be 35. No need to do the addition, just refer the question. It is given 35 cities. So we got sigma Fi is equal to 35. Let's use the formula of step deviation method. Here A, the assumed mean, it is 70. Class size H is equal to 10. Let's put all the values. Let's solve it. We got our answer, that is mean literacy rate is 69.43%. That is the answer. Okay. One thing, the practical thing that you should note is that we got the mean value as 70%, approximately 70%. It does not mean the complete literacy rate of all the cities will become 70%. Still, many cities are having the literacy rate in the range of 45 to 55%, and many cities still have the literacy rate in the range of 85 to 95%. So the variation will always be there. Mean is just symbolizing the midpoint or the in between the mean point of the complete literacy rate of all the cities. So whenever you got this type of situations in actual life, you should understand that mean percentage just denote the midpoint or the mean value. It does not mean the complete cities or all the values are having that value. Just for your understanding what is the practical significance that you are doing. Got it? So we have done with this question. So students, we have done with this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If so, please like, share and subscribe. And also check out the description for various resources related to class 10, like the continuing lecture, the lectures related to other topics, and the PDF of the formula list. All this in the description, check it out. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for being with CREATA Classes. Have a great day. Bye for now.